Look at it, so very easy. My name is Laura, and today I'm going to make a really cute tablecloth, and I'm going to use a really cute embroidery file. Now the file is from OESD, but I'm going to pair it up with my pattern, and this is going to be available in the description so that you can follow along, and it's a lot of fun. So this little tablecloth is going to highlight this beautiful file from OESD called Cherry Berry. We have strawberries, cherries, and a long thing of berries. And these are applique files, so we are going to be able to have some fun with some fabric. For the berries, I'm just going to use an assortment of reds and greens, but for the quilt, I am going to use some fun polka dots. I think polka dots and berries go together really well. The background fabric is going to be a white, and then I've pulled in 3 different polka dots. The red and the black are going to be the focal fabric, and just a little hint of that green just to give it some sparkle. I'm going to be using some beautiful threads to go along with that. In the description, there'll be a link where you can download this PDF. This PDF is giving us the cut sizes of all of the fabrics, but the directions you'll be able to follow along with me. We're going to make 4 blocks and a simple border, but the first thing we need to do is applique those blocks onto fabric. And those blocks are going to be trimmed down to 9.5 inches, but we do need to start with something a little bit bigger. So 10 inches and up is a good size to start with. Now, because this is a quilting cotton, it is important that we stabilize that fabric first. So we're going to put a stabilizer on the entire piece of fabric. And I would recommend a fusible woven. This is exactly what it sounds like. It is a woven piece of fabric with a fusible on it, so there's no stretch. So we're going to be able to take this and iron it and fuse it onto the back of the fabric. And we do need to do that whole sheet. This is going to stay on the fabric. I like to fuse that from the back, and then I'll give it another press from that front. And you can see how nice that fabric looks now. You really don't see that shadow from underneath. And that's going to be important for the little threads and to stabilize things. And then I'm going to hoop it with a medium weight tearaway. It's important that it's nice and tight and smooth. Once the hoop is ready to go, we need to prepare the fabric. Now, I have found in my experience, preparing the fabric is very important. Regardless if you are going to cut out your pieces previous or stitch and trim, the prep of the fabric can really make a difference. I stabilize my fabric with soft web. So this is a lightweight fusible web. So I'm going to fuse it on the one side and then peel off that paper, and I have made a fusible fabric. When we trim out those pieces, we're going to avoid the little threads that come off as we are trimming. It also makes it easier to trim. We're able to get closer to those applique shapes. For this project, I am going to be using a 7511 embroidery needle. And to start with, I do like to pull up my thread. And once those are marked, I'm going to be able to put on my fabric. And we can do separate pieces for the little cherries. But in my case, I'm just going to do one nice big one. And you can see where this lays so nice and flat now that it has that fusible web on it. Now I'm going to be able to trim these down. Once that embroidery is done, I'm going to be able to take it off and remove that back stabilizer. And you can see how nicely it peels off. And I'm going to peel it off even in all of those little centers. And then give it a really good press and trim it down to 9.5 inches. My 4 blocks are now trimmed down. I have 2 cherries and 2 strawberries. And you can see how flat and crisp and nice these look. It's going to be perfect for the quilt. We are going to take these 4 blocks and turn them into a snowball block. And we're going to need 16 corners, and they're going to be 3.5 inches. And the stitch and flip, we are just going to place those corners on, draw a line from corner to corner, stitch, and just flip. The next block we're going to do is the center block, and we only need 1 center block. So we're going to need 4 3.5 inch squares, red, 4 3.5 inch white, and 1 3.5 inch green. And we're going to put those together just like a 9 patch. So we're going to sew 3 blocks together, make 3 rows, and then just sew those rows together. For the chain blocks, we are going to need 4. And this block's going to be made the same way. The only difference is 3 of the little blocks are 9 patches, and they start at 1.5 inch squares. And be sure to make sure that red is all going in the same direction. Once those are done, we're going to be able to do 4 cornerstones. It's a simple 9 patch, and they're going to be 1.5 inch squares, so it's going to end up being 3.5 inches, which will match the nice big white border. So let's get those blocks sewn together, and I'll show you how pretty this center of the quilt is going to be. So this is what we're looking at so far. I do have my berries, so they're facing in, and the stems are facing out. But you can really see where that little hint of green really does pop this quilt. Now we need to put on some borders. The first one is going to be a very small green one. It's just going to continue that sparkle. They're cut at 1 inch, so once we've sewed them on, they're only going to be 1/2 inch all the way around. And that part of the directions is right here. So we have all of the arrows just pointing to the sizes that need to be cut. So we're going to put the one border on the left and right side, and then the second on the top and bottom. So the 4 white borders are cut the same size, and that way we can put the cornerstones on. When I do put them on, I'm going to maintain that same direction of those little red blocks. So we're going to sew the top and the bottom on first, and then we're going to sew the blocks onto the end of those long strips on both sides. And that way when we sew them on, they're going to match up. So we started with a fun embroidery file with berries, added some pieces, and now we have a really fun summer table topper. So this fabric did come from my stash, but it'll work the same if we use any fabrics that really have that high contrast. Now, if you wanted to make this border a little bit bigger, you could put that third design in where it has 3 berries. So the 3 berries could come along the edge. This border was only cut at 3.5 inches, and the design is over 4, so we would have to increase this size and change that corner. So these are nice and flat, and they're going to stay nice as we wash and use this. By using that fusible woven, we stabilized the fabric before we stabilize the embroidery. So it's really 2 different things. The fabric needs stabilizing, and then we stabilize the embroidery. I'll put a link in the description to the pattern if you would like to follow along and make one for yourself. I'll also put a link in the description for the file from OESD. Now, I've been working with them this year, and that means you get a discount code. So be sure to check out the description for that discount code and the links to see all of these fun things. Thank you for joining me today on So Very Easy. Feel free to subscribe. I'm on Facebook, Instagram. I have a newsletter. It's all free under So Very Easy. And be sure to make every day a Zotacular day. Bye for now.